Oh, we're on air. Oh boy. Haven't been here in a while. Oh, and did we lose everything? I think we lost everything. Ugh, I forgot. I forgot. So this ought to be fun. If anybody's watching and wants to give me a hand, I would appreciate it because it is day 18 and on day 17 and on day 21, this is not going to be enough. So, I'm going to dig out a substantial trench first. I think that that's a really good start of our time. Um, and I'm going to do that today. And then we'll kind of focus on everything else that needs to happen. All the tools that need to get rebuilt. All the resources that need to get reharvested. Ugh, it's a lot, yo. It's a lot. We've got some stuff left. Some seeds. We could definitely use more like corn and corn seeds. Alright, well, let's build an iron shovel, shall we? Maybe even a steel one. If I've got it. Can I make 20? Yeah. Oh man, I don't even have like rocks. I gotta go find rocks? Maybe 20 more? Yeah. Like, this sucks. Okay. So we're going to do an iron fire axe, which is going to cost us 20. We don't have the wood for it. And an iron shovel, 16. So let's go get some wood. Whew. Yeah, this was really bad, and I think it has to do with how much heat we've been generating. So, yeah. I mean, this base is solid, you know? But, oof, it clearly did not stand up to an assault. Um, I think more secondary positions to fall back to are really necessary. Um, Hello. What's up? So we are rebuilding. We could definitely use some help. Take off the jacket. I really don't know how my corpse just, like, vanished. It really stinks. But, alright. Iron fire axe, then we'll go back and we'll make a shovel. 3 minutes. Goodness. Like, so far, this has been a very unproductive day. Okay. It's like they haven't really done a whole lot of damage. They've just gotten in. And this first one, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure how they got through the first door. If it's just, like, you know, they all need to be taller, and what the deal is. But we'll see if digging out that trench will help. And then... like, I have no idea. There should be a backpack of all of my stuff. But, alas. It could have been sent flying, and, you know, it didn't show up on the map. So it might not have even spawned, or it glitched in some way that it's unrecoverable. Regardless, this is a problem. What the fuck? Oh boy. So, yeah, that's a huge problem. Not only... so we need to dig a trench, but then we need to reinforce that trench, like, with concrete. Or something. Because, yeah, if they can just dig through like that... yeah, that's not gonna be good. And it's effective at, like, putting them all in one place so that I can shoot them. But we really can't rely on that. Clearly. Alright. We know we're gonna need some wood, so... yeah. Okay. was weird. Oof. All right. How close is that? Close enough. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! It has been a while since I have played this game, and I'm not doing great. Alright, the plan. Go pick that up. Oh gosh, go pick that up and then immediately run back and hide for nighttime. What the fuck am I doing? Okay. Alright. For those of you, I apologize, who don't immediately get that obnoxious reference, it's from Scott Pilgrim versus the World. And somehow it has become my default for, like, thanking someone for the consolation prize. There's a moment where Julie, who doesn't really like Scott Pilgrim because of, well, spoilers, he's a womanizer. Or at least was one, and still is one, and that's kind of the point of the movie, to, like, stop being one. But only so he can get the girl. It's problematic. Like, I'll be the first to admit. So Julie, played by Aubrey Plaza. Yeah, I have that right. Or is that Drake's real name? I always mix that up. She works at a record store. She works at a lot of stores. She has a lot of jobs. And Scott's new girlfriend, Knives Chow, asks her, do you guys have The Clash at Demon Head? To which Julie replies, have you tried the section marked The Clash at Demon Head? Thank you, Julie. Yeah, now I've saved you having to watch that movie. I've really been meaning to do a parody of it for a long time, and only in the past couple of years have I figured out kind of what voice to do or to use and how to go about doing it in a way that would be worth doing. And parodying the fact that it's kind of fan service to these young men who have this protagonist complex, and I know, because I'm one of them, and just really call them out and be like, yeah, we know that it's important to you to be the one to defeat the 7 evil X's and allow us to love again. Yeah. It's been an interesting time realizing that, like, my 2 favorite movies are subjectively, you know, they're enjoyable, that, like, it's great, and it's just, like, good messages really at the heart of them, underneath, you know, some obvious nonsense that, like, just doesn't really age well, and no. Scott Pilgrim and Fifth Element are problematic AF. We can talk about it. Leave a comment. I don't know. Whatever. I'm tired. I watched Valerian, and I was like, who let you make this movie? How did this happen? Why? Who said this was okay? I just don't understand, really, like, I really just do not understand how these messages have to just keep being repeated. And these lessons just, like, have to keep being learned, or keep being presented to people in the hopes that they learn. And the part that baffles my mind is, like, the payoff is really great. When you make a new realization of, like, oh, wow, I'm ostracizing half my audience. Or, like, oh, wow, I'm playing into a ultimately destructive fantasy, you know. Yeah, as I grow as a person and these things are pointed out to me, I'm like, yeah, and I'm excited. I mean, I'm not gonna, there's resistance, but at the root of my emotions are always like, holy crap, I have the capacity to recognize this criticism and do something about it. And I get excited. I get, like, really legit, like, excited. And I don't know why that's not a thing that the majority of people are not allowing to happen. Maybe it's only because I didn't really have, like, I didn't feel like my life was a storybook and was excellent. There was a lot, I mean, there was a lot really great about my life, and there still is, but there's always, like, this idea of, like, we could do better, right? Like, not just for me, but for everybody. I could, like, coexist a little more peacefully, and that would actually be more fun if you gotta be, like, self-serving about it. You know? Like, even in this game, right? Like, I don't PvP on this game. Like, it might be fun to, but it's kind of interesting first. And I have no, to work together against, like, these evil forces and stuff. I got no feathers during the day, so I can't shoot anybody. This would have been a lot easier with a friend. Anyway, it's a long-winded way of me being like, y'all should cooperate and y'all should help each other. It's the smart thing to do. So that's the part I don't get. People don't figure that out. I think division is really gonna serve us. Fucking stupid! Wake up! Wake up! That's enough. That's enough. Political ranting. Jeez. How dare I use my platform. Whoa. Platform. Okay. Alright. Like, I'm totally chill with letting these guys... Okay. It looks like they are just able to stack on each other and go up, and that's what's happening. Like, they can get over stuff if they stack on each other. Most of them don't do that fast enough to keep their legs, but some do. Maybe? How did those bloats get in? Maybe they were, like, crawling and burrowed, which again is a huge problem. So I really do. I think that reinforcing these either with, like, scrap iron spikes at the bottom of dug trenches at first, and then eventually, like, making the support beams like concrete or something. I think I should learn concrete. That's the logical next step. Concrete? Where are you going? This might be a smart pile to take out. Oh. Okay. Lock in. What's this guy doing? And how did he get in? This is fine, but, like, I'm gonna die. Okay. From this platform, I think the best thing would be to, like, dig out in a huge sweeping curve. This is where we shoot to like, this is like the trapping side, this east side. They do come from there pretty often. And eventually, when we have the spot up in the hills, we can run down to it. Hopefully the ones that chase us will follow that path up. This is where we get the majority of our attacks, which is crazy, because the lake is right there. I would like to set up the farm, like, right in front. Just right at the lakefront. Maybe wrap it around to there, right? That doesn't start. Whoa! What? How did you get up here? I'm upset. My leg is broken. It's ass. goes up on the roof. Let's get some cloth fragments. Slow and steady, Justin. Alright, she's up the stairs. Jump down. With her and build a splint. Okay, so they are all in the house. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. There are too many, man. That's it. Okay. It's just not enough light. My mining helmet. It's hard to melee at night. It's hard. Look how dark that is. Can't see nothing. So that was literally just day 18. There's nothing. All right. right. Yeah. So that went well. Yeah. Okay, so they can tunnel in and they can get over the walls because they're only too high. So yeah, pretty much completely ineffective. I'm a sitting duck, and it's time to get to work. One more game hour, and I'm good. Also, once I jump down that second line, I could have jumped back up this way. I need to start utilizing that. Okay, look. How did they get in? Also, can I, like, turn the gamma up on my TV? What's going on? They didn't even open the door. Like, how did they just get in? Because they don't... What am I doing? I need light. Wait a second. Yeah, I don't have any wood now. Oh, gosh. There we go. Okay. animal fat and some light. A burning barrel. Okay. Okay, that was awful. It's time to reinforce this place, like today. Okay, so that was not great. In order to really do this, we're going to need a lot of wood and iron, just like I said last night. And then didn't do anything about our defenses and thought I'd be fine meleeing stuff, but I had no light. Goodness, it's been a day. It's been a day. So here's the thing: if you don't have a mining helmet, you are going to need you're gonna need to figure something out. You're gonna need to light your place well enough to fight them. Don't try fighting zombies in the dark. They have complete advantage. And switching between flashlight and melee is pretty much not an option, because of how delicate the timing is. What you have to do in this game, as I understand it, to be a melee character effectively, and by melee character I mean you can't afford ammunition, is slingshot back and forth between being in range at the moment of your strike and being out of range in between each moment. So effectively, this. I'm out of stamina, so I can't really do it, and the timing is a little different when you have a splint. Yeah. It's really tricky to gauge that kind of slingshot, like, full extension, when to be fully extended, in complete darkness, especially because those things do not move predictably. You have to match their movements. Martial arts, all combat comes down really to timing and measure. I had a really incredible sword teacher, Trayson Patak, I think I'm saying that right. Still consider him a sword teacher, though I haven't taken a class in 2 years from him or the Chicago Swordplay Guild. But you know, two things that he taught. One was as much as it takes, as little as possible, and that's one thing that will always stick with me. The other thing that will always stick with me was that all combat is timing and measure. So like right now, this is a pretty great example. I actually have a timing. This is as fast as I can possibly boom, boom. I'm holding the trigger down. Well, right now I'm releasing to let some stamina come back. Let's drink a water. So if you wanted to beat my timing, you would simply want to block, hit, block, hit, block, hit, because if you syncopate, or that might not be the right, that's not really the right term. If I wanted to strike someone who's attacking with this tempo, this timing, boom, boom, you'd attack halfway in between their strikes. Da, da, right there on that beat. And in order to do that, you have to be in measure. So basically, check this out. I'm in measure, I'm in measure, wait. I'm in measure, I'm in measure, I'm in measure. I'm not in measure, okay? So this is in measure and this is out. That's a long range for this pick. Goodness. So, fighting somebody in real time, you're like, what's their timing, and can I get into measure, boom, and out of measure for their counterattack in the time that they have committed to an attack and it makes them move in a certain direction. That's the whole thing, like you're committing to being in measure of your opponent when you lunge towards them, because it's easier to move forward in a lunge than it is to recover back in most instances, right? You move on a circle so that these moments of being in measure are very few and far between. Or it's just a moment, but you can continue that motion, right? Because only at the peak, or like when I'm at 12 o'clock, am I fully in measure of something like right in front of me. I am wasting time, and we are all gonna die. Okay. How much iron do I have? I'm gonna start digging a hole, because, you know, I could talk while I dig a hole, and that seems to be where I'm at. It looks like this is pavement, so that might be... Oh, wait a minute. We also need to deal with the hole. Oh, God. What is this? Oh, no! Okay. Alright. Okay. So... this is a problem. So, today, we dig a giant hole. We fill in the giant hole in a way that they are not just tunneling. I wish I had a mining hat. Like, I really don't know what to do first. This is a lot. I feel like... guys, everybody, I feel like I really need a team to do this. Like, I really... every night is coming and messing my stuff up, right? We've got a lot of capacity to build good tools and equip people well. We've even got enough resources to do that. But I don't have the person power. Like, I need some help to continue the YouTube game. So we'll see if I can actually figure out a time when people, competent people can play. If you want to play, send me a PlayStation Network or whatever invite, right? Become a friend or an acquaintance or whatever. The close friends thing doesn't really matter for me because my account name is my name. So, yeah, can't change that either. Thanks, Sony. I get it. They do that so that you can't just switch your account name and then go bully somebody again if you're a griefer or something. I get it, but still. Should have invalidated this username because it's my real name. But that's cool. I'll be a celebrity if that happens. Whatever. Alright, so instead, yeah, I think... a new game. Do I really want to do... Alright, do I have another one? I've got... this one also stinks. Like, bad things are happening in all of my games. I think we'll do a new one, but we'll take a quick break. So, yeah, thanks for watching, y'all.